video 2. It's time for us to look deeper into what's happening right now as we shift from our old reality of scarcity into our new reality of abundance. As promised, you're about to learn where you are personally in this transition and why you, as a conscious, aware individual, are probably feeling stuck, frustrated, and maybe even angry with your life. So to quickly recap, in the last video, you learned about the different tiers of each model of life. What I didn't tell you was that each tier can be easily recognized by where it falls in the different dimensions that make our experience of reality. Starting with the bottom, this tier of our model always represents our physical world. This is everything we can touch, smell, hear, and understand through our senses. Our physical world provides the reality of our external circumstances, those circumstances in which we actually live. This is the realm of our bodies, our most basic physical needs. It provides the external structure that then creates our internal structures. These internal structures, or as I call them, our psychological and emotional world, is the next tier up in our model. This is the level of our instincts. This is how evolution reacts to our external circumstances, whatever those external circumstances may be, scarce or abundant. It's life reacting and responding to the challenges and opportunities it is physically born into. On some level, all life experiences this dimension. However, humans are the only ones we currently know of that have leveled up and developed an aspect of their intellectual ability known as symbolic thought. The ability to think on the level of symbols is what's given us many of the aspects of ourselves we consider human, almost all of them stemming out of one profound ability: language. Language, writing, the ability to transfer complex pieces of information from one to the other has actually built a world inside each of us, our cognitive world, that's so intricate and complex we actually believe it's as real as our physical world. What's even more impressive is that through communication, we've built cognitive worlds that have become externalized and actually run our lives. To be clear, our cognitive world is made up of all our cultural, political, and religious beliefs. It's also made up of our personal and collective memories, our value systems, how we believe we should run our lives, treat each other, our children, the planet. It's the world of human law, of arbitrary geographical distinctions that have created our idea of countries. This is the realm of every global system, from economics to education. If you take away nothing else from this entire video series, I need you to understand that the cognitive world, as real as it seems, doesn't actually exist. It only exists because we as humans have all agreed to it, whatever part of the cognitive world it is. Human laws, unlike physical laws such as gravity, only have power because we agree to them. When you really understand this and can make the distinction between the physical world and the cognitive world, you become personally deeply free. This is where your power to choose, your free will, your ability to change the world comes from. Once you realize that you no longer have to agree with any aspect of the cognitive world because it's not real, because it's absolutely malleable, and that you can create a brand new, a better cognitive world, first for yourself and then for everyone, you unleash a creativity and a part of your genius that's been dormant your entire life. This is what waking up is all about. This is true human consciousness. This is you as consciousness becoming conscious of itself, becoming aware of your innate ability to create your reality, our shared reality on the level of symbolic cognition. Now that you know, now that you're hopefully feeling this power inside your body, I need to explain where we are at this very moment, caught in the shift between our old and new models of life. On the level of our physical world, we're seeing the shifts in our external reality, driven by brilliant technological innovations from scarcity to abundance. As I mentioned, this is the first time in the history of life that life has ever had the opportunity to express itself in a world where it doesn't need to fight for its basic survival. We're seeing this shift every day, from technologies such as wave and solar that can give us more energy than we could ever use, to new farming techniques such as vertical farms that are solving our problems of healthy food production and distribution. We have amazing designs for eco-friendly homes, affordable cars that run on electricity, ingenious designs to clean up our oceans. I could go on and on. On the physical level, we're on the verge of solving every human survival need on a global scale. Abundance is our new external reality. That is the truth. Most of us aren't seeing or experiencing it yet, and I'm about to explain why. But first, let's go up one more tier to the realm of our psychological and emotional world, because here too we're shifting. It's inevitable and we're feeling its effects. In fact, you watching this are actually feeling it more than many. The negativity you're experiencing right now in your life, anger, frustration, depression, all of these emotions are being kicked up because on some level you know the physical world has shifted, but our global systems haven't even started to catch up yet. You're already internally shifting over and transitioning out of your competitive instincts and into your cooperative instincts. You want to help. You don't understand how it's possible that we're still killing each other in archaic wars, that we're still polluting to lethal levels the very planet we live on, almost always for money. Money, an invention, by the way, of our cognitive world. You understand that it's completely illogical to sacrifice an aspect of our physical world, the one that actually exists, for the benefit of something in our imaginary cognitive world. You now have the language to talk about this in a brand new way, and I hope you use it. Use it in the way you think about problems. Use it in the way you talk to other people about them. Use this new mental and emotional freedom to start thinking of where you fit, where you want to help, what you want to change, and how you are uniquely suited to be the person who brings that change into our world. Once you commit and make the shifts over to the abundant model of life within yourself, through programs like this, through life coaches, through meditation, through any vehicle that helps you dig deeply to understand yourself more, then you'll be ready and prepared to create in the space between these two models of life. The level where you begin to externalize our internal transitions. This is where history is made. This is where you've seen people in our past, such as Martin Luther King Jr., Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, make huge shifts. These leaders didn't make shifts on the level of our physical reality. They made shifts in the fabric of our cognitive world. They rewrote human laws and cultural beliefs that on a level changed the entire world. They saw the malleability of these things, made the internal transitions necessary to be able to support their deepest held beliefs, and then externally manifested their internal transitions in a way that positively impacted millions of people. This is how they did it, and this is how you can do it. They weren't superhuman. They were just like you with a different understanding of how the world could be changed, and a passion and conviction to change it. Now, if you're like most of us who feel this driving force to make the world better in a big way, you probably aren't doing anything with that feeling. And actually, you're getting very discouraged by it because you don't know what you should be changing. You don't have a clear direction. In other words, you don't know what your mission and your purpose is. And that's okay. In the next video, I'm going to explain how you can start to figure that out and how you can connect with a growing global community of people just like you who are willing and ready to reinvent what it means to be human, to experience life at its fullest, and to be a pioneer in creating brand new systems of abundance for everyone. I want to leave you with this thought. Because we as humans seem to be on the forefront of the evolution of consciousness itself, We're at a point where we get to actively choose what we want the point of life to be. Whereas survival used to be the goal, now that we've mastered that challenge, what do you think the point of life, of living, should be? In a world where we no longer have to think about having enough food, warmth, shelter, money, what would we do with ourselves all day, with our time? What would it mean and what would it look like to have a truly happy, fulfilling human experience? And more importantly, what would you do with your life? We'll be looking deeply into that question in the next and final video. Until then, I sincerely thank you for watching, and I'll see you in video 3.